Welcome back to High Stakes, where we help you elevate your betting strategy. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay updated with our daily content. Looking for exclusive access to premium betting picks? Join us on Patreon. Links are available in the comments section below. Stay ahead of the game with High Stakes. Ohio State versus Minnesota. Yes, the Big Ten continues its thrilling season with a matchup between two powerhouses. Ohio State, 9-5, 1-2B1G, and Minnesota, 8-6, 0-3B1G. It's truly a clash of the Titans, as Ohio State tries to bounce back from their shocking loss to Michigan State, and Minnesota, well, continues to prove they're the conference's ultimate punching bag. Can't wait to see how this one plays out. Let's break it down, shall we? Ohio State, coached by Jake Diebler, has been doing great things this season, like losing to Maryland by 24 points. But hey, they did beat Texas, number 19, and Kentucky, number 4, so there's that. They're averaging a solid 81.3 points per game and hitting an impressive 49.5% of their shots. Of course, their last game was another loss, but who's counting? I'm sure they're ready to turn it around, or at least, that's what we keep telling ourselves. On the other hand, we have Minnesota, coached by Ben Johnson, who has masterfully guided the Gophers to an 8-6 record while somehow managing to remain winless in conference play. A true feat. Their most recent loss to Purdue was a 20-point humiliation, where they couldn't even cover a 5.5-point spread. But don't worry, they've got Dawson Garcia and Lucai Patterson, two players who occasionally remember what scoring looks like. Unfortunately for Minnesota, their offense is pathetically bad, ranking 329th in points per game and 349th in three-point shooting. So yeah, things are going great for them. Looking at the numbers, Ohio State's offense should easily cruise against this stellar Gophers defense, ranked 206th in field goal percentage. If Ohio State even remotely hits their three-pointers, this game will be over before Minnesota even realizes what hit them. It's almost unfair. So, yeah, I'm laying the points with Ohio State, because why wouldn't I? After all, Minnesota has managed to lose every game by at least 6 points against Power 4 teams. Prediction: Ohio State Buckeyes -5 points. Minnesota's offense is practically a joke, and their slow pace, 360th in adjusted tempo, means Ohio State can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Dawson Garcia will get his points because, why not? But other than that, the Gophers are just going to struggle to score. Ohio State's defense is legit, so Minnesota's luck is probably about to run out. Ohio State's going to cruise to an easy win here. Prediction: under 137.5 points. Given that Minnesota plays slower than a sloth on a lazy day, and their offense is, well, not great, I don't expect this to be a high-scoring affair. Expect a snooze fest with Ohio State comfortably staying ahead. So, let's take the under. Here are the best game prop picks for the Ohio State versus Minnesota matchup. Ohio State to win by 6 to 10 points. This prop is tied to the fact that Ohio State has a tendency to perform better against inferior teams, but might not blow out a team like Minnesota by a huge margin, especially given that Minnesota's slow pace of play can make games feel tighter. Ohio State's offense is potent, and they have been efficient in scoring, but Minnesota's defense, although not great, is likely to keep the game within a manageable range for the Buckeyes. Ohio State is favored by 5 points, but considering Minnesota's ability to keep games close and the possibility that they may drag out possessions with their slow tempo, this is the sweet spot for a game margin. Total three-pointers made. Ohio State over 7.5. Ohio State has a strong three-point shooting game, with the team hitting 38.1% of their three-pointers on the season, ranking 31st nationally. Meanwhile, Minnesota is weak in defending the three-point line, ranking near the bottom, 349th, in defending beyond the arc. This mismatch should allow Ohio State to exploit Minnesota's defensive shortcomings. With players like Bryce Sensabaugh, who can light it up from deep, and other sharpshooters, Ohio State is likely to take and make a significant number of three-pointers. Expect them to comfortably surpass 7.5 three-pointers in this matchup, especially if they establish an early lead and stretch the floor with their perimeter shooting. Dawson Garcia over 17.5 points. Dawson Garcia is a critical player for Minnesota and their main scoring option. Despite Minnesota's offensive struggles, Garcia is capable of putting up big numbers, especially since he's been the focal point of their offense. With Ohio State likely focusing on shutting down the rest of the Gophers, Garcia will likely see plenty of opportunities to score, even if it's a losing cause. His ability to rebound and score in various ways, whether it's driving to the basket or hitting mid-range jumpers, makes this prop appealing. Given his current form and the need for Minnesota to rely on him heavily to keep the game competitive, Garcia should be in line for another solid scoring effort that hits the over on 17.5 points. Ohio State team total over 75.5 points. Ohio State has been a high-scoring machine this season, averaging 81.3 points per game, ranking them among the top offenses in college basketball. This impressive offensive output is a result of a balanced attack, where they've excelled in both inside scoring and perimeter shooting. Their offensive efficiency is evident in their 49.5% field goal percentage, 21st nationally, and their ability to hit 38.1% of their three-pointers, 31st nationally, adds another dimension to their scoring. Minnesota, on the other hand, has been struggling defensively. They rank 206th in field goal percentage defense, which is a clear indication that they give up easy looks to opposing teams. While they may be able to slow the tempo of the game, they're ranked 360th in adjusted tempo. Their defense simply hasn't been effective enough to contain offenses like Ohio State's. The Buckeyes should be able to exploit this defensive weakness by getting easy looks inside the paint and stretching the floor with their strong shooting from beyond the arc. Even if Minnesota slows the game down, Ohio State's efficiency should ensure that they score at a high rate. Ohio State's ability to attack from multiple angles makes it difficult for teams to defend against them, and they will likely be able to break through Minnesota's defense with their inside game, using their big men to get easy baskets in the paint. At the same time, Ohio State has several players who are capable of making an impact from the perimeter, further stretching Minnesota's defense. This combination of efficient inside play and a solid three-point game should allow Ohio State to consistently put points on the board, even if Minnesota tries to control the pace and limit possessions. First half total points: under 66.5 with Minnesota's slow-paced offense, 360th in adjusted tempo. This game is likely to start with a methodical approach. The Gophers will likely drain the shot clock on most possessions, taking their time to get shots off. At the same time, Ohio State's defense is solid, sitting at 32nd in adjusted defensive efficiency, so Minnesota will likely struggle to score efficiently. Given that both teams may be feeling each other out in the first half, and Ohio State will likely take their time in ensuring they execute offensively, this game may see a lower-scoring first half. Taking the under on 66.5 total points reflects the expectation of a slower, lower-scoring opening period. And that's a wrap on today's video, folks. I'm sure you're absolutely on the edge of your seat, eagerly awaiting the next thrilling installment of this channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because clearly you don't want to miss any of our daily videos. I mean, who could live without them? And while you're at it, smash that notification bell, so you can be the first to know when we drop more gems like this. Oh, and if you're looking for some premium picks, because, let's be honest, who is it? Join our Patreon. It's where the real magic happens. Premium picks, insider info, and possibly even some mildly entertaining banter. So, hit that link, and we'll see you on the inside. Until next time, enjoy the game, make those bets, and remember, you're welcome.